not going in a shoebox. I'm not going in a closet. I'm not going in the audio booth. I'm going to be right here.
Okay.
I'm going to be right here. And then I have somebody else who's going to be here with me, but I'm going to get to that in a minute.
Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday, and it was, how was your drive-in?
Well, mine was fine, but, I'm coming in at, a little after 1 in the morning, and the roads were just wet, although there were times it was snowing very, very hard, but, it wasn't sticking at that point when I came in. But for some folks, kind of slippery, and the sort of where it just sneaks up on you. I mean, you're mainly driving on wet roads, and you hit a bridge or an overpass, and temperatures have been just a little bit below freezing and icy, and we had all sorts of accidents this morning in and
Lots
around
of
the Lansing
accidents.
area.
Yep, we're going to get to that in just a minute, though. Stop stealing my thunder.
What was that?
I said stop stealing our thunder because I have that right
Oh,
here.
you've got that there. Well,
Yeah.
it started with me talking about it this
did.
morning. Hey, let's check out our Capital City Skycam. I mean, all of those have been cleared up, and conditions actually improving a little bit out there. There's still occasionally a couple of flurries, but they should fade away here real soon. Lansing currently at 32 degrees, and this is where the problem popped up as we had these temperatures drop back at or below freezing, and well, as the overnight hours went on, the pavement started to get a little bit colder. Here is a look at Jackson currently. We are under the clouds. Notice the pavement in Jackson dry. I mean, they didn't see quite as much snow that fell and then melted on the warm pavement overnight. 33 is the current temperature in Jackson. Satellite and radar showing a lot of clouds here. You look real close. There are still a couple of flurries in some areas, but that activity is fading away fast. Here's a look at the next 12 hours. Mid-30s, clouds at 10 a.m. Lunchtime, still some clouds, 39, but as the afternoon wears on, we should see some sun return, and we top out in the mid-40s. Tonight, we're clear. We are going to drop back tonight to around freezing once again, but the change from last night is the pavement will be dry, so I don't think we're going to have any problems as far as that is concerned. Tomorrow, most of the day we're partly cloudy towards evening. Showers, maybe a storm, 62. We are back in the mid-70s on Thursday. Oh, won't that be nice?
Right?
But it comes with showers and storms. Yeah, that's always a trade-off here. Friday, we have some rain showers, 62. In the upcoming weekend, high temperatures are in the 40s.
So, you know what was really helpful for me this morning?
Do tell.
The First Alert Weather app, which I'm going to bring up.
Are you sure? It wasn't us calling you at 4:30 saying, can you help us out with the story on the website?
Oops, not that one. I want this one. Yeah, I did that
Okay.
too, but I was able to check the road conditions.
Right, you can.
And is it green, or the way I'm taking it, is it red, maybe yellow? So I was able to check that out.
And that is a
before.
layer actually on the radar where you can turn on, it's called road weather or something like that,
Yeah.
and it will show you what the road conditions are like. It's just part of the News 10 First Alert Weather app. One of those little, one of those little options on there that you may not think about until you actually use it and go, wow, that's a brilliant idea, especially on mornings like this where some roads are slippery and some aren't. Search for WILX Weather on Google Play and the Apple App Store. I was looking on the Apple App Store this morning. It's still called the WILX Weather Authority app. But believe me, it is the First Alert Weather app. So
We're working on that.
It's not old. It's new. It just has an old name.
All right, and if you missed it, here is
Well, how
what it
could
looks
you not
like.
miss it? If you watch us every day, we tell them about it.
I know.
That's
All
right. Okay, hey, Taylor's here.
Taylor's
That's what
here.
everybody's watching for is Taylor.
Thanks, Darrin.
All right.
Alrighty.
There's the First Alert Weather app in case you missed it.
Make sure you
And
download.
I am now joined by Taylor Gattoni,
Hello, everyone. Good morning.
the new anchor of News 10 today at 11. So excited for you. Yesterday was your
I'm
first
very
show.
excited. Yes, so we're going back again today. You'll see me the rest of the week at 11 a.m. until 11:30. So we will be anchoring.
And then she's going to be here a lot more often, helping me out with this and then taking it all over.
I know
so-
you'll see me pushing buttons, so bear with me
It's the
for a
best
little
part,
bit.
right?
Oh, I love learning. It's fun, but bear with
many
me as we learn.
buttons. Because it's intimidating, like all of this stuff right here. There's a lot.
I know. Well, I'm afraid I'm going to hit the wrong button. So if I do, again, just pack your patience with me.
I have hit the wrong button so many times, Taylor. You are totally
There's
fine.
just so much.
There
It's
is.
impressive, but overwhelming, I will say.
Right, well, this morning you were like, hey, I got to scrape the frost off of my car this morning. The
I
roads were
also
not
checked, I also checked the First Alert Weather app, and I'm like, oh boy, it's going to be cold. We're going to want to wear the long sleeves, maybe some boots. And yes, it took me a little bit longer to scrape off my car this morning.
But that's because see, everything's red now because
Oh.
I screwed it up yesterday.
There you go. There
All
you
right,
go.
we're gonna keep it red. But we had lots of accidents this morning too.
Yes, there were at one point 3 highways that were shut down due to accidents. I'll list them off. They were southbound US 127 at Grand River, westbound I-69 at US 127, westbound I-496 after Pennsylvania Avenue. Those all saw closings this morning. Now, additionally, the southbound lane of US 127 at Trowbridge, that was also blocked. But luckily, Crystal, they are now all open.
Yeah, we were out there this morning.
They were busy.
Yeah, very busy. I was like trying to keep up with everything that was coming through, and it was just one after the other. But you can see how slow the traffic was going there,
Very
kind of like
backed up.
behind the highway right there. Yeah, lots of wreckers, and thankfully I didn't see any by the time I was driving in. It was dry,
Neither did I,
but
yes.
still it's something you want to look out for, and we gave you the first alert on that this morning. And sorry,
I know, it's one of those clearing your throat
It
days.
is.
It's cold out there.
Michigan State University, they are continuing its effort to help the Spartan community heal from the mass shooting on campus over 2 months ago now.
Yeah, MSU, the Michigan State University, is establishing the Office for Resource and Support Coordination to support those students as we still hold them in our hearts. Well, as of now, the office will be temporary with no set end date, but the university says it will be assessing the need of the resources as time goes on. Now, MSU spokesperson Dan Olson says this office is about meeting the individual needs of everyone who is on campus, hence everyone. But right now, there is no sign up yet for the office, but over the next few weeks, MSU will continue to build the new office's network and obtain resources and support for the victims, the families, and others. And yes, we send our best out to all of them as we continue to support everyone in the community.
Hard to believe it's been over 2 months.
It really, yeah,
Yeah.
that's a shock.
Yeah.
It's tough, yeah, it is tough.
All right, we've been talking about this for a long time, and if you're a procrastinator like myself, today is the day.
Oh boy, yep, it is time to file your taxes, and well, you should already have them in. Your taxes must be submitted to the IRS by tonight. However, if you do need a little bit more time, you can file an extension to file your federal return, and your taxes wouldn't be due until October 16th. So if you're not ready to submit your returns by tonight, file the extension by tonight, and then you'll have a few more months.
Few
A
It's a
little
good
bit more than a
extension.
few more months.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say 6 months. There you go.
Yeah.
So you got to get something turned in by tonight. But
Something.
yes, something.
It's kind of like when you're in school. You have to turn something into the teacher. It might not be great, but you got to do it.
You have to.
All right, well, you are going to be on News Time today at 11. What
Yes,
can
I
we
will.
expect to see there?
Yeah, well, April is Child Abuse Prevention Month. That is very important. And today there will be a rally at the state capitol for child abuse prevention. Elle's Place is holding its annual fundraiser breakfast this morning. And we'll hear from families to learn how they bring hope and healing to children and teens in our community and just all over the place. And also, today is Holocaust Remembrance Day. So our very own Amaya Kuznicki tells us how MSU is remembering the lives lost. And I know there's been a lot of uprising of certain conversations, but there's been a lot of support from the community.
Yep, so we'll have all of that coming up in a little bit, and then we'll be back here at 1:30 with another look at your weather and what's coming up on Studio 10 at 3 o'clock, and then I'll be back here at 3:30 with Tim Stout to take a look at the hottest topics in the world of sports.
All right.
So this
That's
is your
exciting.
first one.
It was my first one, so you'll
Okay.
see me back again. Woo!
All right. There you go. Thanks for watching, guys.
Bye.